Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Liz Drellharmer here. I wanted to hop on. I've been doing some videos lately about this concept of self-mastery, and I wanted to elaborate on that a little bit more. So a lot of us here, we're in a state of burnout. We're feeling exhausted, frustrated, just discouraged, overwhelmed with the everyday, with the day-to-day, and feeling like we want to get out of it. You know, the purpose of this group is to help all of us here get out of that state of burnout, get out of that state of overwhelm, get out of that state of feeling like you can't handle it all, get out of that state where you show up depleted and de-energized with your loved ones and distracted and lacking focus at work. The purpose of this group is to get you out of that state so that you can step into your full potential brilliance, where you are calm, where you feel confident, like you can handle the challenges going on in your life, where you have resilience, you're able to overcome obstacles and keep going, where you have focus, you're clear on what you want, you know what's important, and you're able to take daily action aligned with that. And just at the end of the day, you show up feeling joyful and inspired and alive and excited and happy to be here on this planet we call Earth. So that's the purpose of this group. And I've been positioning to you that self-mastery, and I'm going to elaborate on what self-mastery is in this video, is a process, is a path, is a way to get you out of burnout and into brilliance. So what is self-mastery? So there are three components to it. One is clarity. So self-mastery, the first part of self-mastery is to define for yourself a future vision, a goal, a dream, something you want to work towards. And I'm going to elaborate in a moment on why declaring that future vision is so important, even if you're in a state of burnout. I'll elaborate on that in a minute. So the first component of self-mastery is clarity. The second component is courage. You must learn how to overcome self-doubt in a very real way. So not being clear on who you are is contributing to burnout. Not having the courage to follow through on your hopes, your dreams, your goals, that is contributing to burnout. Having self-doubt wear you down on a daily basis is contributing to burnout. And then the third component is commitment. So the first one is clarity, knowing who you are and what you want. The second one is courage, being able to overcome self-doubt and take daily courageous action that lines up with what you want. And the third one is commitment. So being able to stay the course for the long haul without burning yourself out. So this is where it gets tricky, because a lot of times your future goals and dreams, think about parenting, for example, raising a family, raising young children into mature, responsible, happy, thriving adults. That is a long-term project. That is a long-term project. So you need to be able to stay committed to that project over the long term without burning yourself out. So three components: clarity, courage, and commitment. For the purposes of this video, I want to focus on clarity. And so I understand how, when you're so burned out and overwhelmed by the day-to-day, the last thing you want to think about is your big, bold, visionary tomorrow. I totally get that, and I'm hearing that from a lot of the women I speak with. They're just focused on getting through the day-to-day, stabilizing their nervous system. And that is key, that is important, and there are tools and practices that I give all of my clients so that they can do that for themselves. But there's a very compelling reason, and there's a research behind why, even when you're in a state of burnout, you want to declare and commit to a future vision for your life. And I'm going to give you two reasons. So one is something called the change formula, okay? Something called the change formula. Let's see if this will show up here. Yes, kind of showing up. My writing is really bad. But there are different components to change. So right now, a lot of you, if you're in a state of burnout, you're in a state that you don't like and you want change. You want 2021 to be different than 2020. I want that too. So if you're in a state of burnout, if you're in a state of overwhelm, a state of frustration, a state of lacking fulfillment, and you want change, then you have to know how change happens. The first step of change is to notice your dissatisfaction. So likely you notice that already. Likely you notice, hey, you're dissatisfied. You don't want the overwhelm anymore. You want change. You don't want to be where you are. You want 2021 to be different than 2020. I get it. The next step though, however, in this Gleicher formula for change is future vision. Future vision. Not being happy with where you are is not enough. You need something compelling to motivate you to move towards. Otherwise, you won't get the momentum to create change. And so this is about allowing yourself to dream. It's about saying, even though I feel burned out and overwhelmed, what do I truly want? What is going to help me make meaning of my life? And this is a key important step to help you get out of the situation you're currently in now. So you need future action, and then you need future vision, and then you need action. Then you need to take daily action that lines up with what you want, that gets you away from what you don't want, so that you get out of where you are and you get towards your change. So you get out of burnout and you get to brilliance. So you get out of feeling meh and you get to fulfillment. You get out of frustration, you get to joy, right? So you have to acknowledge the dissatisfaction, set your vision on where you want to go, and take daily action. That's the change formula. So that's one of the reasons why, even though you're feeling like you're in a state of burnout, and there are some important and essential things you need to do to calm the nervous system down, again, I give that to all my clients, why you need to allow yourself the courage to dream something else, the courage to imagine something else, the courage to believe that your future can be different than your past. So the change formula proves that this is why you have to do it. And also there's other research that shows us that when you are connected to a future vision, when you are connected to a goal, a dream, a purpose that is meaningful, you actually increase your stress resiliency. So you actually become more tolerant and resilient to the stress in your life if you are committed and focused on something that's meaningful to you. This is one of the key reasons. It seems counterintuitive. You're in burnout, you're in overwhelm, you just want to protect yourself and stay where you are. But actually opening yourself up to what is meaningful in your life and setting your sights on that gives you the resiliency you're so craving to deal with the challenges in your life right now. Okay? So I just want you to open yourself up to that idea. I know you're dissatisfied. I know you're tired of overwhelm. I know you're tired of frustration. I know you're tired of self-doubt. I know you're tired of feeling like you can't handle it all. And I want you to entertain the possibility that allowing yourself to dream of something else, that allowing yourself to find meaning and fulfillment in your life are exactly the remedies to help you get out of the situation you're in right now. All right, so that addresses a little bit of clarity, right? This idea, this component of clarity when it comes to self-mastery. I'll be sharing more videos. Any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm here anytime.